Now for the use case of secure internal and external sharing, it's important to have the ability to demonstrate the two desktops. And in this case, I've showed them side by side to make it easier for you to understand, but usually you show them separately. I'm going to start on Bob's side, the left side, and I will go to that folder that I created earlier, the partner demo folder, and I usually start by sharing one particular file. And the best way to get involvement from the audience is simply by sharing the file with your audience. The only thing you need from them is their email address. It's pretty simple to obtain that, or you let them type that email address themselves. You also specify any password if needed, and you set an expiration. By entering the email address, if they do not have an account, we will create an account for them. So click email link, and you see that the link is created. Now on the other side, if you go to the other computer, open email, you see that the email has been received and it contains a link to the file which requires Peter to authenticate, and we see that Peter can download the file. So with that, you showed how simple it is to share a file and how the organization can remain in control because an administrator can enforce policies to protect the information that's being shared. You can also share an entire folder with a user, and you do that by right mouse click on the folder, Syncplicity Share Folder, and you specify with whom you'd like to share that folder. You specify the rights, in this case editor or reader. I'm going to keep this for editing. Optionally, you add a message. You also can specify if Peter can reshare this folder or only with specified participants, or you can also decide that Peter cannot reshare this folder, and you can also be notified if that happens. Great. Okay, I'm gonna share the folder now, and you see on my computer, on Bob's computer, that the folder is being synchronized, and at the same time we see on Peter's computer, because he already has the Syncplicity client installed, a pop-up that the folder was shared. If Peter does not have the Syncplicity desktop client installed, he will get an email saying that Bob Sync has shared a folder. It's called Partner Demo, and in order to access it, he needs to click on the login button, which will bring Peter to the browser user interface of Syncplicity. So that means that users don't even need to install any software on their computer just to be able to collaborate with you. They can still use the browser if that is a requirement. Great. Now I have the desktop client installed. That means that I see this pop-up, and something very interesting is that I have the choice to either sync down this folder to my computer or not. I can just leave it in the cloud. That means if I click sync now, it will remain a cloud folder, it will not be a mapped folder, or I can decide to completely synchronize it to my computer by just specifying the location where it should be stored. So that means if I also would store the file in this location, my project partner demo, it will actually synchronize everything down, the entire 44 megabyte, and my hard disk will remain left with 13 gigabyte. So if I do sync now, that means that the entire folder will be synchronized to my computer. And just opening Windows Explorer, navigate to the folder. You see the folder is there, it's being synchronizing. And if I show the Syncplicity client, we see that the files are being streamed in. The value of this is that you can easily collaborate with external people, you can share files, and you can share folders which external collaborators can sync down to their computer. Where many products require you to share folders and then the external participants have to access that stuff via a browser, that would really deprecate the user experience. We are so confident about user experience, we say external collaboration only works when the external participants are able to sync down the content to their devices, which means a Mac, Windows, or a mobile device. So far for the use case of secure internal and external sharing, And there is also some extra collateral that can help you with the clarification of how sharing works for external collaborators. We've got several links to YouTube movies that help to explain that.